Same school, okay. So you're from Royal as well? No. Royal. All of you are from Royal. Okay. So Royal is against the big right. No, it is not a competition in any way. Right? It's just a discussion. Okay? Right. So now which grade are you in? What's your name in the first place?
Setika, right. So Setika, which grade are you?
Grade 13, going 13. So what is your plan now? What are you planning to do after your A-levels? What's your plan?
Right.
Wonderful, right? So are you going to follow a medical degree in Sri Lanka itself, or is it going to be an international degree in some way? Yes, Sri Lanka itself, right, good. What is your plan after your A-levels? So we have got some medical students, is it? Right. Okay, good. What is your plan? What are you planning to do after it? Very good, right? So everybody has a plan. What is your plan? Let me ask you. What's your good name? Okay. Right. So all of you are planning to do something in education after your A-levels and you're a graduate. So after that you're planning to go abroad maybe. Right. So going abroad or following something international means you're going to face some challenges. Am I right? It's not going to be as easy as A-levels or O-levels. Right? You're going to face some challenges. What kind of challenges do you think you would face? Yeah. What kind of challenges will you face? Tell me one. Okay. Right? Anyone with an answer? What kind of challenges will you normally face when it comes to international education? Yes.
Adjusting to their culture.
Wonderful. Brilliant answer. Right? Adjusting to their culture. For example, if you go to Aussie or if you go to UK or some country like that, there's a different culture over there. So as Sri Lankans, we have a particular culture. We need to not change it entirely, but as you correctly said, we need to adjust ourselves to that culture. Now that's a bit of a challenge, isn't it? Right. What else? What are the other challenges you might face? Sri Lanka, in Sri Lanka we speak Sinhala, but if you go to a foreign country, you have to use English. Right? That is a big challenge for many, isn't it? Right? Okay. What are the other challenges that you might face? Now, when it comes to, say, an Australian degree or a UK degree, unlike in a Sri Lankan degree, they will have components, assessments, or criteria that are totally new to you, isn't it? Right? You may have not even heard about them at A-levels. So these are the challenges you are going to face, right? So that's what we are going to talk about today, how to face these challenges. I'm not going to just mention the challenges, I'm going to give you a bit of a magical way of how to, overcome these challenges. What should we do to overcome these challenges? Okay, are we clear? Alright, so moving on to the next slide. Right, so I have a question to you, right? I have a question to you. Now you have to think, am I clear there? Am I clear? Can you hear me well? Right, good. Think of an achievement in your life. I'm pretty sure you all must have achieved at least one thing in your life. It doesn't have to be studies, mind you, necessarily. It can be studies as well. It can be sports, right? It can be some extracurricular activity, prefectship, something. I don't know, something. Think of something that you have achieved in your life. I'll give you 1 minute to think about it. After that, I'm going to ask you what it is. Okay? I'm also thinking of one of the challenges one of the achievements that I had to, that I have accomplished in my life. I'm also thinking. I have a few. Done? Are you ready? Thought about something? It could be that you won a big match for your school as a cricketer. Maybe you got, say, 9 A's for your O-levels, right? Maybe you are a great swimmer and you won an award, right? Or maybe you are a prefect, maybe you are the head prefect of the college, right? How you became the head prefect, I mean that's a big achievement. It's not easy to become a head prefect. And I was not a head prefect by any means, not even a normal prefect, to be honest with you at St. Peter. I studied at St. Peter's as well, right? So I was not a prefect at all. Yeah? Okay? Did you think of something? Right. Now, think of what you did to achieve it. For example, if it is winning the big match, the cricket big match, right? Winning the big match, what did you do to win the big match? Right? What did you do? To get 9 A's, what did you do? I mean, you can't just sit, at your own place and get 9 A's obviously, or win a big match. You have to do something. What did you do is what you have to now think of. I'll give you 1 minute again. Think of this. As I told you earlier, it is a reflective session more than a speech. So I want you to engage, please. Okay? What's your achievement? Alright, so what's your achievement? Let's start with you. What's your achievement?
I obtained 9 A's in college.
Wonderful. You're a royalist as well, right? Wow. Great feat. I don't have 9 A's by the way. Okay? Right, so this is a great thing. Getting 9 A's is not easy. But what did you do to get 9 A's? O-level is easy for him. For O-level to be easy, it was difficult for me. For O-level to be easy for him, maybe he would have studied from his small days, am I right? Maybe on a daily basis, he would have studied. Okay? Good. What is your achievement in your life?
Become an evaluation engineer. And so I want self-learning activities which I started.
Wonderful. Right? So he has done a lot of self-learning activities in order to achieve his achievement. Wonderful. Let me come to you, the only girl in the forum.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So you have done a lot of self-learning, you have studied hard, right? So you have gone through some kind of a journey, isn't it? Right? You have gone through some kind of a journey. You can't easily, get an achievement done. Anyone who has achieved something in sports, raise your hand. Anyone thought of some achievement in sports? Yes, what is it?
Scouting. Wow, what did you do?
Scouting is tough, isn't it? Right? I have not even dreamt of becoming a scout because I know how tough it is. Scouting and cadeting, two very tough things. Because you have to dedicate a lot of your time, a lot of your effort and all of that. Right? So he has gone through a lot of training in order to win the President's Cup, is it? Wow, that's a great feat. So all of you have achieved something in your life. And to achieve it, you have gone through a journey. Right? So the next thing I want you to reflect upon is when you are going through this journey, what feelings do you have when you are going through this journey of achieving the President's Cup, journey of achieving 9 A's and an upper, second upper in a degree, right? Achieving 9 A's, right? Achieving a great feat in engineering. What kind of feelings did you perfectly feel that you can achieve it? I mean, when you started off in grade 10 first day, did you kind of feel, okay, I'm going to get 9 A's for sure? I mean, were you very sure about it? Yeah, not much, right? You were not very sure about it, but you had it in the back of your mind. I'm going to go for 9 A's, but you are a little bit doubtful. Okay? Right? You are a little bit doubtful. Will I be able to get 9 A's or not? Right? So the initial feeling I got, to be honest, when I came here was, because this is the first time I'm talking at the EDEX. I've done a lot of lectures and all, but first time here, so I actually felt a little bit afraid. to be honest with you, little bit fearful. What the hell is going to happen here? What am I going to talk about? What kind of a crowd will I get? Right? Will it be a huge audience? Will it be a small audience? Right? Will they respond to me? Now I can see you all are responding pretty well. Will they respond to me? Or will they just look at me like scarecrows? Right? So I had all of these things working in my mind, and I was wondering, now this is the topic that I have to talk about. But I'm going to talk about that topic with you guys. Not with adults, not with experienced people. If it was experienced people, yes, I can use a bit of jargons and talk about it. But I need to simplify it. So lots of things were going on in my mind, and I was a little bit scared, to be honest with you. So when you go for an achievement, my dear student, this is the first feeling you will get, right? Whatever you do. When I came to Lyceum campus, the first feeling I got was fear. When I came as a lecturer, because I was a teacher for 10 years. As you know, in Sri Lanka, being a teacher for 10 years means you don't get exposed to that many things. You just go to the class, you teach, and you come home. That's it. That's what a teacher does. But when it comes to a campus, right, you need to have a bit of knowledge about IT, isn't it? It was zero, to be honest with you, when I came to Lyceum campus. I didn't know Canva. You know Canva, right? I didn't know. I haven't even heard about Canva. Right? ChatGPT, no, I hadn't even heard about it, to be honest with you. Right? So even Excel, MS Excel, I was not brilliant in. So I was very scared when I came into Lyceum campus, because now I have to deal with these things. But today, I'm pretty much a pro at it. I'm fine with everything now. But on the first day, I remember 3 years ago, I was damn scared in the process. Right? Okay? My boss made me, more scared, to be honest with you, right? Because he had to meet a lot of deadlines also. I was new. Right? I was inexperienced in certain things. Scared. Fear is the first thing you get. When you feel fearful, what do you feel like doing? I mean, to be honest with you, I'm trying to bring my own experience into this, okay? During the first 3 months at Lyceum campus, I was so scared. And my feeling was fear. And you know what came to my mind? I felt like going home. Or going back to St. Peter's. Cool time. I had a good time at St. Peter's. No deadlines, no huge commitments. Just go teach and come. Right? So, I felt like going back home. Why? Home is my, what is home? Home is my, home is my comfort zone. Go home, watch a bit of Netflix, right? Have a chat with my parents, siblings, play a bit of cricket, chill out, stay at home. Right? So that was my feeling, to be honest with you. That's because I was so fearful. So I wanted to go back over there. Question is, did I go back over there? Is the question. Now you wanted to get 9 A's, but you felt a little bit doubtful about it, fearful about it. You had to go up and down. You felt like this is not going to work out, right? You were fearful, you were doubtful, you were stressed up. But question to ask yourself is, did you go here, that is back to your comfort zone, or did you go here? What is this zone? Who can tell me? Yes, what is this zone? That's your comfort zone. This is your fear zone. What is this zone? Who can tell me? Okay, look at it. It's your learning zone. Right? You start learning. When I joined Lyceum campus, I didn't know Excel that well. So I started learning it. I spent hours on end on it. I spoke to people. Hey, how to do this? What are the tricks in Excel? How does Canva work? Right? What are the tips and tricks in it? I started learning. Today, where am I? Am I still learning? Am I still learning? No. Where am I? I am here. Today, I have grown myself. Today, I am highly capable of handling anything related to IT. So this is the pattern you are going to face when you are going to go into international education. You are going to find yourself, scared. Should I go? English could be a problem, right? As someone said, the culture, different cultures, That could be a problem. Some people can't adjust to culture. So mostly in higher education, you have to work in groups. Am I right? You have to work in groups. Now when I lecture, I teach them in groups. So you have to interact with others, boys and girls. Some people are shy to interact with girls. Some people are shy to interact with boys. That's also a problem. These are all challenges that we are going to face. So the point is this, the decision you have to make is, am I going to go back to my comfort zone, or am I going to step forward to my learning zone? Now you guys being A-level students, you are taking your A-levels when? This year? This year itself. So now you have to make a decision. Now you have to make a decision. Am I going forward to the learning zone so that I will end up with the growth zone, or am I going to head back to Netflix? Chill out. Forget about my A-levels. Hey, go and tell your dad, I'm not going to do my A-levels. I want to stay in comfort at home. So that's one option. The other option is, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make a plan. I'm going to study from now on. How many more months for A-levels? 8 months. Okay, so 8 months. Let's say you have not studied at all, but you're going to start today. You're going to start today. You make a nice plan and you go for your target. That's possible. That's possible. But you have to have this mentality, this mindset. So to describe a little bit more about it, these are the feelings you are going to go through. If you are in your comfort zone, you will feel safe and in control. So when I'm at home, each one of you, when you are at home, you feel safe and in control. You can do whatever you want, isn't it? But when you start something, you get scared. You get a little bit scared about it. Then you will get these feelings. Take a look at them. You will get affected by others. Now your friends may have told you, hey, why are you coming all the way from K-God? Coming up and down. Right? Why don't you, find something from K-God? Why are you coming here all the way? So your friends might, tell you like that. You want a 9 A's. You want a 9 A's, but your friends would have told you, hey, I don't think you can get 9 A's. Right? So you get affected by others. You want to, win the President's Cup for scouting. People would have told you, no, I don't think you can, win the President's Cup for scouting. So you get affected by others. That's one thing. The other thing is, you start finding excuses. Now, let's say you want to get the President's Cup done, okay? But you feel, I think I'm not capable enough, right? I think I don't have the personality to do scouting. I think I don't have the necessary techniques that is required to be a good scout, right? So you feel those things and you find excuses, right? You find excuses. Oh, I think I can't do this. I'll forget about it. I'll do something else. So you start finding excuses. That's another thing that happens in fear. Lack of self-confidence. That's another huge thing that happens. Lack of self-confidence. You're not confident about yourself, right? But if you can beat the fear zone, you can enter which zone? You can enter the learning zone. Very good. In the learning zone, you start dealing with challenges and problems, traveling problems, right? Negative ideas by others, lack of self-confidence. You start battling it. Now, if you are starting to study today for your A-levels, you have a huge problem. What is it? Short period of time to study, just 8 months, not easy to produce a good result. So you feel less confident, am I right? You need to battle it. No, I'm going to do this. 8 months is more than enough for me. I'll make a good plan, I'm going to sleep less, I'll do this. Just to share a story about me with you, I was very weak in science at my O-levels. Very weak. I'm not shy to say the truth. Very weak in the sense, I never got, you will definitely get shocked to hear this. I never got about 20 marks. About 20 marks for science from grade 6 to grade 11 second term. True story, okay? True story, right? I never got about 20 marks for science. I felt that I'm going to fail my science. Other subjects were okay. Other subjects were okay. But science, I felt that I was going to fail. Only one term to go. Only one term to go. You know what I did? I started studying very hard to the extent where I slept only 2 hours a day. I slept only 2 hours a day. And the rest of the sleep was on the bus, going on to St. Peter's and coming back home. 1 hour, 4 hours of sleep, but that was on the bus. Right? I'm telling you a true story. Yeah? Because I felt scared that I will fail for science. Imagine, all the others I have got A's and B's. For science I have got a... What did we have? We had a F. What do you have now? After simple class, what do you have? G, W, right? So, I might have a W for science. I felt scared. So I started going damn hard. And you know my result eventually. What do you think my result? No, what I mean, you can't get an A in 3 months. Not possible. But I got a C. What is a C? 50 to 65. Even my parents were shocked. They told me, this can't be your results. This can't be your results. But they know that I got below 20 for science every term. From 6 to 11, second term. But in the third term I performed a little bit better, something like 40, and at my O levels I ended up with a C. So you can do it if you have the correct mindset. So my dear students, what I want to leave you with is, most of you could be here in the fear zone. Most of you could be here in the fear zone. So today you need to make your mindset to do what? To go back to the comfort zone or to go to the learning zone? Learning zone. So make a mindset shift today. As you move into international education, as you move into a new curriculum, as you move into a new culture, as you start using a bit more English and moving with English speaking people, make your choice to go from fear zone to learning zone, so that finally you will end up in the growth zone. So all I wanted to do today was shift your mindset. Shift your mindset from comfort to growth. That's the whole purpose of this lecture today, because if you have this mindset, you can definitely win any challenge, not just international education, any challenge. So when you start your degree, it will be in English. Sometimes it will look a little bit difficult for you if you are not good speaking English and all. But don't give up. Take up the challenge. Work hard. You can move forward. It's all in the mindset. Are we clear with this? Right? If you get something in your life, make sure that you go home and think about what I said and change your lifestyle, change your mindset, go for your targets. Go for your targets. Don't give up. Alright? With that, I'll conclude. I hope you all enjoyed and learned something. I'll catch up with you one day again. Thank you very much.